Good evening, student. Welcome back to my channel, Study Sonipas. Today we are going to discuss about Vedanta philosophy, which is taken from M.Ed second sem Philosophy Foundation of Education. So first we are going to discuss about introduction of the six theist philosophies that believes in the authenticity of the Vedas, Nyayas, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. Vedanta philosophy occupies the most important place. Vedanta philosophy comprises of the essence of Vedas, Upanishads, and Smritis, Purans, and all philosophical schools of thoughts as Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Shankhya, etc. Vedanta philosophy of Shankaracharya is called by names of Advaita philosophy, Dvaita Vedanta, Mayavad, Uttar Mimamsa, etc. Of all the Vedanta school of thoughts, Advaita Vedanta of Shankaracharya, Vishishtadvaita Vedanta by Ramanujacharya, Bheda Bhed Vedanta by Bhaskaracharya, Dvaita Dvaita Vedanta by Madhvacharya, and Vishishtadvaita Vedanta by Ramanujacharya, Bheda Bhed Vedanta by Bhaskaracharya, and Dvaita Advaita Vedanta of Nimbarkacharya, and Suddha Dvaita Dvaita Vedanta by Vallabhacharya, etc. Education thought of Shankaracharya Advaita philosophy. Knowledge is extremely important in Shankaracharya Advaita Vedanta. The focal problem of Vedanta is the concept of Brahma. Therefore, discovery of Brahma, it is the chief objective of Shankara's educational thought. According to him, education is a mean of begetting knowledge of eliminating ignorance. Shankaracharya says that education is not only a mean of getting knowledge, but also eliminating the demerits of jealous, enmity, anger, desire, and love, etc. In order to make the mind happy, pure, and peaceful, by which the demerits of ignorance, grief, desire, anger, eliminated. According to the Shankaracharya, there is no education different from a spiritual knowledge. The education process is a religious and scared process for continuous until in a, emancipation. He has accepted spiritual education as more important than physical education. According to Shankaracharya, education is a spiritual process which continues until the attainment of emancipation, by which the emotions about Brahma are awakened. He realizes his real form and behavior and thoughts about the life and universe, and continuously changed, modified, amended, and he is enabled to experience the unity of Brahma and Atma, to perceive Brahma anywhere. Shankaracharya considered life and education as one. According to him, life did not emerge only to consume physical pleasure and comfort, rather it has emerged for getting knowledge. So education and life are not separable, they are one. Thus, Shankaracharya accepts the close relationship between life and education and accepts them interdependent, and thinks that good life is the fruit of education. He accepts the importance of education in the context of both individual and society. According to him, education begets the individual emancipation. The individual becomes civilized in his conduct, thought, and speech. Education betters an individual's life, which emphasizes the creation of good society and good nature, and prosperous and peaceful world can be imagined only good society. Aims of education according to Vedanta. In determining the educational aims, Shankaracharya has given importance to a spiritual viewpoint in place of physical viewpoint. According to Shankaracharya, the only aim of education is to free a student from ignorance and to make him experience knowledge, by which he can distinguish between truth and untruth, knowledge and ignorance, and identify indefinite knowledge and infinite vitality inherent in himself. Due to his acceptance the uniformity of Brahma and Moksha, Shankaracharya advocated that the assumption of Brahma is the best fruit of thinking in human life. So, of the four action, dharma, action or duty, earth, finance, calm, sex, and moksha, emancipation, He has accepted moksha as the most noble action, and attainment of his moksha is the sole aim of education. However, in conjunction with this aim, he has also analyzed other aims of education. The following can be said to be educational aim on the basis of his thoughts. Reasoning between soil and non-soil. The aim of education is to reason out Atma and Anatma and make him determine that the form of Atma is internal and the visible project non-eternal, that is Anatma. Is spirit and integral. The aim of education is to inculcate the spirit and integration in human society. Development of religious spirit. The aim of education is to inculcate the religious spirit is meant that an individual be made social worker, studies, donator, medicant, and who can live in a gurukul for earning education, life and renunciation. The aim of education should be such that the individual can be inclined toward the self-control, renunciation, and self-meditation. Next is devotion in Brahma. The aim of education should be devotion of to Brahma as the supreme goal of life. By devotion to Brahma, need deep feeling for Brahma and his attainment. Spirit of Advaita. The integration of Atma and Brahma is the highest goal of human life. The integration of Atma and Brahma is called Advaita. The integration of Atma and Brahma is education. This is the aim of education. Next is curriculum. Vidya or education is considered to the two former in Vedanta, Paravidya and Apravidya. Paravidya is related to self-realization or knowledge of Brahma, and Apravidya is related to the visible world and this body wearing the soil. According to Shankaracharya, Paravidya is more useful for attainment of moksha. Apravidya is more useful for physical and practical purposes. Shankaracharya has mentioned three types of existence: Pratibhavik and visible in existence, and Vyarbhik yani practical existence, and Pratmarthik spiritual existence. Pratmarthik existence means that existence which is appear to the true temporarily, but later is reality is known. The experience got by dream, imagination, hallucination, etc. fall under this. By Viharic existence means that existence in which object or incident appear in the practical situation. In this inherent the object visible practical but not attainment of Brahma or self-realization. Their truthfulness ceases, they become untrue. By Paramathic existence means that pure existence which manifests in all state, which is neither hindered nor can be imagined to be so. This existence is real existence, which is not hindered in all three times. Self-realization is included under this. According to the Sankaracharya, those subjects should be included under the curriculum which can be beget practical knowledge of all these three existence. On this basis, it can be said that the curriculum should comprise of spiritual practical both type of subject. Under spiritual subject, it can included the knowledge of Atma and Brahma, and under practical subjects can be included the knowledge of necessary for understanding this world and how adjust in it. There should be distinction made between casual subject, that is Brahma Janana, and subject, that is practical knowledge. It is necessary to make an individual experience that Brahma is the basic cause of the universe, and to live in the world means to live self-realization. According to the curriculum should be find a proper place for practical as well as spiritual subject. According to Advaita, the spiritual eternal knowledge is more valuable than continuously changing practical knowledge. Literature, philosophy, art, and religious represent self-realization, so these should get an important place in the curriculum. Method of teaching. Shankaracharya education has developed on the basis of Upanishadic philosophy. He has presented the teaching method mentioned in the Upanishad after developing, modifying, and enriching them. According to his principal thought, these methods may not have been developed as an original educational philosophy, yet their contribution is the field of education about the use of important and very important these methods of listening method. According to Shankaracharya, the essence elements in education are scripture, teacher sermons, and pupils' mental readiness. So, a pupil should listen to a teacher sermon with an attentive mind. Second, contemplation method. Facts can be gathered on listening to the teacher, but they cannot be understood. Perfect knowledge cannot be got by listen only. It is necessary to test rationally in order to understand the knowledge. According to Shankaracharya, it is not enough to only study a script or listen, but contemplation of the topic also necessary, only then can be comprehend completely. Third is memory method. The concept that have been constructed or comprehended should be considered again so that knowledge can become a component of personality. Memory comprehension is the state in which decision of an individual stabilizing and his attainment mature. This also includes the use of acquiring knowledge in practical life. In fact, listening, contemplation, and memory method are not separate methods. They are integrated whole, which signifies the integration of Brahma and Atma. Fourth is question answer method. Shankaracharya was followers of Upanishadic tradition, so he used the question answer method in the form of powerful and effective teaching method to carry the ancient Upanishadic tradition. This method was used to elimination any doubt of a student in one of the is working questions. Logic method. According to Shankaracharya, the logic method elimination the doubt and suspicious of the pupil and enhance their knowledge. Next is analysis method. According to Shankaracharya, analysis method is such essential and effective method of teaching in which difficulties, complexities, and incomprehensions pupils related to a subject eliminated easily. Illustration method. A teacher uses illustration method or example to explain important thoughts and incomprehensible topic. Under this method, an illustration method has been successfully used in order to make the reality of Brahma and unreality of universe. Storytelling method. Story have been used since ancient time and moral education. If a sermon is delivered to a people straightforward language directly, then it does not influence him. For example, the tells the story of Indra Demon. In order to explain human pity, Shankaracharya opined in that when we people confronting a problem in comprehending a topic, then teacher can use the stories to make his teaching interesting. Sermon method. Advaita philosopher has used this method to unreveal the spiritual mysteries to their pupils. Shankaracharya has used this method to Vivek Turbani and Vivek Shastri. This comprises of discussion, doubt, elevating, and comprehension direct elicit explain the knowledge. Next, last is self-study method. According to Advaita philosophy, knowledge is not attained without self-effort. Attaining knowledge is an important individual process, and until the individual studies himself, getting knowledge is difficult. So now the discipline. Two components assist a pupil keeping discipline, knowledge, and second was teacher guidance. The scriptures like Shrutis and Smritis, etc., lay down the laws of good conduct. A child comes to know about good conduct and teacher's personality and conduct present an example of good conduct. A pupil take the meditation, parent, and conduct of a teacher of his idol and follow after him, thus disciplines his life. Shankaracharya is a supporter of self-discipline, teacher of Shruti, Smriti, social belief, etc. Guide a pupil, but this cannot impose discipline. Imposed discipline cannot be permanent. It cannot be inculcate moral qualities or control or determination in a pupil. According to Shankaracharya, moral discipline can be attained by yogic activities also. Now the teacher, other educational philosophy accords an important place to a teacher. Shankaracharya has used the word as guru, acharya, upadhyaya, etc. For a teacher, the word guru symbolizes seriousness and importance. According to him, a guru is the one who who eradicates ignorance and mental complexes. A guru resolves ignorance of a pupil and free him from mental conflict to make him experience and supreme bliss. A teacher become the spiritual father or for a pupil and become a source of all his knowledge and reason. He become God incarnate. The word Acharya has inherent in it sense of conduct or behavior. That is, an individual who permits the meaning of scripture into his conduct is an Acharya. An individual who receives formal education in Vedas and other scriptures in Upadhyay. Thus, Shankaracharya has assumed a teacher in such glorious personality in whom the importance of thought and contemplation, sublimity, conduct, and zenith of knowledge are manifested. His teacher does not teach people only, rather he enables him self-realization and perspectives of Supreme Being. His teacher is not merely a friend or a guide to a pupil, rather than is much more. He is the spirit of his pupil and infinite source of inspiration. According to Shankaracharya, it is sufficient for a teacher to know the scripture rather than should have experienced Brahma himself. He should pervade with moral qualities. He should have mental peace and control over senses. And he should be free from luxurious and ego. And he should be dutiful for other welfare. He should know the religious and should be ever ready its excursion. He should respect the personality of a pupil, should devote himself and teaching learning. A teacher should be skilled in resolving the doubt and suspicious of the pupil. He should continue to teach him until knowledge is formed up. Shankaracharya opinion that the teacher takes a pupil toward emancipation. So the teacher should be knower of Brahma, knower of religious source of knowledge, polite, avoid ego, devote, devoid of jealousy, merciful, patience, self-controlled, and source of moral quality. He should teach without any greed. Role of student or student of Vedanta. Vedanta education give equal importance to teacher and pupil. Scripture curriculum, but the form of knowledge being experience oriented. The chief role of played by a pupil in word of Guru Acharya Upadhyay have been used for a teacher in the same manner Shishya Brahmachari and Vishwasi, etc. have been used for pupil. People should have the following quality also. A pupil should perform action. A pupil should be desired to know Brahma. A pupil should have clear consciousness. A pupil should have ability to study while following celibacy. A pupil should be intelligent and efficient in logic reasoning. A pupil should have devotion of patience and readiness for learning. A pupil should be polite. A pupil should be fully devoted to his teacher. A pupil should be ever ready to serve his teacher. A pupil should strengthen his spirit and dedication by wandering and seeking alms. A pupil should inculcate the ability to listen, contemplate, and exercise the teacher's sermon. Thus, according to Advaita philosophy, both teacher and student are relatively important. Both attain supreme goal of emancipation and inculcating perception of Brahma by their inner activities. So, student, these all about the Shankaracharya Vedanta and its important to our life and our education related to aim of education and curriculum, method of teaching, discipline, teacher and student. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Keep learning, keep growing.